Welcome to the Equity Team Podcast, where we provide Sedona, Arizona real estate insight to help you thrive during your next real estate transaction.
Hello, everyone. This is Martin de Bocai here with Keston James on our team, the equity team here in beautiful Sedona. And today we have an awesome podcast for you where we're going to dive deep in Keston's specialty, which is the luxury market. And we're going to talk about a little bit about what that means exactly. What is luxury? What kind of characteristics can you expect and amenities can you expect to get in a house? And we're going to dive deep in a couple different properties on the market that we absolutely love. So welcome, Keston.
Yeah, thank you. Great to be here.
Yeah, thanks for being back with us. So since last time we spoke, there's been a lot of activity on the market, a huge uptick since December to now end of January. There's actually less inventory.
Yeah.
There's less houses coming on the market, and there's been an uptick also in purchasing. I've experienced this, you've experienced this. We have a lot more contracts going on than the past 6 months in 2021, so 2022. So it's a really good start of the year. How's the luxury market? And can you define luxury market? What does that mean for you? And what is the state of the market in Sedona right now?
Sure. So to me, luxury market, well, first I'm going to give the general definition that in terms of luxury, a lot of people would say that means price point at 1.5 million or above. In this Sedona market, though, I think that it's more realistic to say 2 million.
Yeah.
Because that's kind of the difference between more of your average home and your higher quality finishes.
Yeah.
More architectural design, more thought put into the landscaping and, overall, like how they can capture the views.
Yeah.
And things like that. So we start to see that at the $2 million mark and above.
So you're seeing a clear divide in just $500,000 difference between just the average house that's like maybe it's bigger and they overbuilt it or whatever, and then the 2 million, which is like they built it with intention.
Right. Absolutely. Yeah, so that's basically, I do a lot of my stats based on that 2 million and above.
Yeah.
For the Sedona.
What does that look like right now?
So right now that's there's about 20 active listings right now at 2 million and above.
Yeah.
The average would be about 3.2 million, which is putting us at about $760 a square foot average, and about 135 days on market now.
Okay, so they tend to stay a little bit longer on the market than regular houses in the 500 to a million range. They're right now, I believe, about 90 days on the market on average, so they tend to stay a little bit longer, but they still do sell. How many sold actually in the past couple of months? Do you know that?
Yeah, in the past couple of months, I believe we had 9 properties that had sold.
Cool. Yeah. I mean, when you think about it, it's a lot, because Sedona has about 5,000 houses, and that's West Sedona, Uptown, Village of Oak Creek, the Canyon, like all of it combined together. It's 5,000 houses, and then just the past couple months in the $2 million range, we've had like 9 sold. So
yeah,
it's a lot.
Yeah, and it's sticking right around. I mean, I believe the average was about 140 days on market for these past 9 that had sold. The square footage was about $630 a foot.
Okay.
Was
so there is some price fluctuations. We've seen a bit of a decline, all through 2022, and now some kind of stability. Are you seeing people buying at asking or offering lower? When do they get on the contract? What do they close at?
What I'm seeing is about a 10% price reduction.
Okay.
From listing to sold.
Okay.
First day on market to, average about 140 days, give or take. And about a 10% price reduction.
Okay, that's not bad.
Yeah. So
that's a good deal.
And we're seeing average days on market coming down.
Yeah.
So they are starting to sell a little faster.
It's crazy. I love it. 2023 is going to be super interesting.
Yeah, I think right now is a good time to buy, because it's right before this wave of coming into our busy season in Sedona, and all the tourism is going to strike back up. I know there's a lot of people starting to look again.
Yeah.
And, so.
Well, especially for investors that are trying to buy like a secondary home that they want to come to on vacation, but that also want to use that as a source of revenue when they're not using the home.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And like end of February, early March is when like our busiest season. That's when you have the most tourists and people have a hard time finding a place because they're all booked, right? So if you buy now in January and something that's maybe a little bit more turnkey, like some of these luxury properties, you could turn it around. By the time you're done, you're ready for the busy season, and you start having some revenue coming in, and that's going to help with your down payment and all of that.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
and it's a great way to kind of offset some costs there too.
Yeah.
And there's a huge market for it too.
Cool.
Yeah, absolutely.
So what do you say we dive deep in a couple of the properties that we saw in the market that you really, really love?
Yeah, I'd love to do that. That'd be great.
So I'm going to share the screen with you guys, and then we're going to take a look at that together. All right, let's start with Harvest Lane, 5 Harvest Lane. This is a $2.6 million house that's currently pending. So it just went under contract.
Yeah.
And you are pretty familiar with this property. So do you want to tell us a little bit about it?
Sure. So what's so cool about this property is it's got a world-renowned architect. I think it's Aldo Andreoli. I can never say it right. But he's Italian. He's Brooklyn based. And you know, Forbes had labeled him as a artistically inclined architect because he's just got his own thing going. It's really cool. So I've been in this house quite a bit, and yeah, you can really feel it just with everything, the way that all the windows are designed and located in the house. And
Yeah.
super high ceilings, like high-rise kind of building like feel. One thing that I thought was really cool about this house is all the doors are they're metal doors with a BMW metallic gray paint.
Well, that's very specific. They really put a lot of intention into that.
Like it's very specific. So it's
Why do you think that is?
It looks cool. It's kind of like the space agey new. I almost felt like I was in a spaceship when I was.
Look at the size of this door.
It's massive. Yeah.
Wow.
And
how satisfying must it be to like open it, go on the other side, and then close it? Like that really feels.
It does. It's
like a whole experience of its own.
Yeah, it's impressive. One thing I noticed too is that door locks, it self-locks.
Nice.
So when I close the door, I lock myself out on that bigger door in the front. So
yeah. Wow.
Yeah, but I love all the doors. The cabinets are pretty cool. They're like that glossy red kind of same kind of almost like car paint. You know, maybe it is car paint. I don't know for certain on that. I know the doors are car paint, but the cabinets feel the same way.
Yeah, there's a lot of light coming into this house. Like look at the size of this window, almost floor to ceiling everywhere.
Yeah, and the shower too in the master bathroom. They don't show it, but in this shower, that entire ceiling is glass.
Wow.
Like you literally just looking up at the sky, and
the biggest skylight ever.
It's so beautiful in there. I just loved it. Yeah, they really capitalized with all the windows.
Yeah.
In this house. You know, it's got radiant floor heat. It's got what else does this house have? It's just all the light switches are labeled, like clearly labeled, like nicely printed into the switch. And when you hit the button, it has like a little blue LED light that tells you it's on or off.
Yeah.
So every single light in this house is labeled. You know, all the shutters, you hit a button and like, you know, it just has this kind of spaceship-like feel that I had in it. I thought that was really cool how they kind of integrated that, because from the outside of this house, you can't tell much. It blends in with the red rocks. You know, it's very kind of almost adobe looking, and it's got that same color paint as the red rocks. So they did a good job of blending it. And then you go inside and you're like, it's a whole different world. So super cool property. I mean, you know, Aldo did a great job on the design, and it's no surprise to me that it's pending.
Yeah. That for me would also be the definition of luxury. Like our whole experience from the moment you get on the property, even on the outside. Like it has what's the acreage here?
It's 2 acres.
2 acres. So you have a lot of space around you. It's very peaceful, very quiet. And we saw these photos earlier, like the drone shots and stuff. Like you can imagine the peace and the quiet that you experience when you're inside or even outside of your home over there. That's the definition of luxury.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, that privacy feel.
Yeah. Should we
Yeah.
jump into 30 Canyon Ridge?
Oh yeah, this
Circle?
one's awesome.
This one.
This one is still available.
Yeah. Okay. What is it about this house that you love? Like besides the obvious,
I mean, obviously,
windows,
you know, the
the
huge
massive,
windows,
massive
all the views.
here.
It's surrounded by national forest. It's 3 acres.
Wow.
It's the cool. So if you guys are familiar with Fibonacci, the ratio.
Fiber.
Yeah, where you know it's a math sequence. This house has that integrated into it. So it's got the curve. If you look, it's there's a curve right there. The whole house has that bend to it. And it's just super cool. It's not every day you see that where you got this kind of thing going and all the windows, and it's very light feeling in there, and
wow, the views are just next level. Like look at this view from the bedroom. It's like you're sleeping, you're camping outside.
Exactly.
In the comfort of your home.
Exactly. It's just so cool.
Wow. You're basically stepping out in the national forest here.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah. You got trail systems right there. You just ride your mountain bike.
Into this bathroom.
Yeah, this property is just really cool. So
I could live there.
Yeah, definitely a fan of this one. I'm surprised it's not sold. I mean, I know it's in the village of Oak Creek, so it's a little further of a drive from West Sedona.
Yeah, and the thing is, like, village of Oak Creek has 𝐿𝐵𝐾, has this protection for against short-term rentals.
Right.
So it's 30-day minimum. So the pool of buyers is going to be smaller because in West Sedona, most of the places don't have an HOA, so you can do short-term rentals. So you have all the investors coming over here. But in Village of Oak Creek, it's a little bit more local. It's people that buy it for second homes, but they don't rent it out when they're not there. They really just keep it for themselves.
Yeah.
So they do take a little bit longer to sell because the pool of buyers is a little bit smaller. But like, look at this masterpiece. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, this is a primary occupant type of home.
Yeah.
This is interesting, this water feature. It's like a zero, it's got the 0 degree kind of pool edge thing going.
Infinity
Infinity edge,
doesn't look like you can
it's not
swim in
very
it
big
though.
yeah.
You would probably want to
maybe splash around in it, but that's a great idea though. I mean, whoever just if you put that infinity pool right there, I mean, look at your views.
Yeah,
they have the right idea.
You're right there going towards Jack's Canyon. All of that is just national forest, oh, you get the trail right here.
Yep.
You can just hike to Bell Rock.
Literally. Yeah.
Boom, boom, boom. You're in Bell Rock from your house. You step out of your bedroom and you're in Bell Rock.
I know, it's so cool. I'm just surprised it's not sold yet.
Yeah. Well, cool, Keston. That was awesome. We should definitely do more of that deep dive into the luxury properties. I think it's super interesting for our viewers that are not necessarily familiar with Sedona, so they can really take a look at the pictures that we're showing them. This is what 2 million gets you. This is what 3 million gets you, and they can really kind of feel like they were here with us.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's so fun. I mean, I could do this all day.
Yeah.
Any properties that you guys reach out to us, and we'll go check them out, tell you what we think, and we'd love for you to be there too.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, we're gonna share this beauty with everyone, share this beauty with the world.
Yeah, we're so lucky that we get to live here and see this every day. I mean, we take that for granted. I mean, sometimes I think about that as like how so many people, like, they dream to visit here. Yeah. And they finally make it here, and they don't get so much time and actually get to live here and experience this every day. And every day, to me, it just gets better. Yeah. I'm just like, wow. And it's like these views never get old. Yeah. Like you can do the same hike like 100 different times and it won't be boring. You can look at the same mountain 100 times. It will not become ugly. Like you will not ignore it. Like it's just so magnificent. Yeah. I mean, even the traffic, like, sometimes traffic does gets congested a little bit here in the high season. But I mean, you're staring at those red. Yeah. You're not in some downtown city staring at dumpsters and stuff. Like, you're staring at beautiful red rocks and blue skies. I could sit in traffic like that. I'm okay with it. Yeah, cool. All right. Well, Keston, thank you so much. It was great to have you, and we'll see you soon. Yeah, thank you.
Thanks for tuning in to the Equity Team Podcast. To speak with one of our top agents, visit us at owninaz.com. That's owninaz.com. or call us at 928-323-0031.